Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm going to play today with my GoPress and foil machine. I haven't used it in ages, and I mean, this is my original door and everything. I mean, I haven't used it enough, and I want to start using it, especially now that I have all these plates. I also have another box full of different kind of plates, but these have not been used, and yeah, need to start shopping my stash and just use what I have. So this is one of their machines. This is all from Couture Creations. I have their press. I have their die cutting machine. It's an electric one, and this is what I'm gonna use together because I really never used it with that machine, so I want to see how it does. And I wanted to try today to do the impression and then try stamping on top of it. I'm curious to see how that turns out. So yeah, we're gonna try that. I got my foils ready. I'm using, I think, a lot of the glamour foils because they're all mixed in, and those are the ones that I pulled out, so we're gonna go with that. Our machine is already heating up, and all we need to do now is add our plate and see how it goes. I don't remember how many shims I used to add, so I'm gonna start off with just one and see how that goes. But let's try to get this out without, well, I was gonna tear it up. Oh well. Just need to get all the tape off. And you know what, it's still sticky, but it is what it is. All right, I'm just gonna put this down to heat up, and I'm gonna put the plate facing upward. But before I do that, I'm gonna cut the piece of foil. I've always made that mistake, and I always get over foiling. So we're just gonna, let's do it this way so I don't scratch it up. Let me get a scissor. And we're just gonna cut that. And then I'll get it as close to the edge as I can, and then I'm gonna trim around it. So we have that. Let's actually turn it over because this is gonna be the actual way it goes. And I'm gonna try to avoid those spots that I don't have any foil. So I'm just gonna trim this here, and hopefully that does the trick. But for now, we're gonna put it on our plate, and I'm gonna kind of center it. Let that heat up for a little bit. And the stamp that I'm planning on using with it is this stamp. And oh wait, it's ready to go. We'll get back to the stamp now. All right, so I'm gonna add my foil, and I'm going to add my cardstock. I'm using 100-pound cardstock, and I'm going to put 100-pound shim on top. Let me just see if that's all in place. Yeah, pretty good. So I'm just going to use another piece of card, which I hate wasting, but it is what it is. Let me see if I have anything else I can use. Maybe a piece of cardboard. Maybe this. Yeah, we'll use that. Why not? It's already all messed up. Okay. So I'm going to run this through my machine, and then we'll see. Let's go. And I'm reversing it. And I hope I got enough of it. You know what, I'm going to run it through one more time without the plate, without the shim. Okay. So we ran it through 3 times. So let's see. And I'm going to carefully remove it. Oh, that did a great job. Well, sort of. I mean, we're missing a little bit there. But all in all, it looks pretty good. Maybe we'll try one more time. And I'm just going to use that same foil to trim my piece. And maybe we'll just use that one as a shim. If it overfoils, you can always come back with a, you know, a sand eraser and just remove it. All right, let's put this down. And I'm going to add my card. This time I'm going to move it a little more. Let's see. Yeah, this way. And I'm just going to put this one on top. Okay. So let's run that through. And let's see how that one turned out. That's more pressure. So hopefully. Yeah, that one is much better. Perfect. Look at that. That's so cute. Okay. Now, I'm going to bring in the stamp. And this is from Woodware Craft Collection. So, I don't know what kind of material this is. Photopolymer. Feels like photopolymer. Smells like photopolymer. Okay. And we can see where we can add this. And then we could trim it down to fit, right? It doesn't have to fit perfectly right now. Okay, so I'm going to shut this off for a second. I'm going to push this to the side. All right. And we're going to get my stamping platform. And we're going to put that right in the middle. Okay, ink. This is what I use to color with. So if anything, I could just color it up. Let's see. You know, if I don't press too hard, I may be able to get it without touching any of that. Let me finish with this ink. It's going to take a couple of times. In hindsight, I would have used like a light pink or something so that still could pop, because I mean it's kind of getting lost in there. But if we color it, which I'll color a little bit to see how that looks. Okay, a little bit more here. It's a brand new stamp. I didn't condition it or anything, so it's going to take a couple of more times to show the full impression. And then I'm gonna have to let it sit for a little bit. So I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know how it shifted on my platform, but it did. But since this is just for demonstration, I'm not even mad at it. So I'm just gonna get my light pink and I'm gonna color around some of these closer to the foil to see if it pops more. Let's just do that. Just to see if you can see it better once you add color. But yeah, I think the next time I'm gonna use like a soft color ink to stamp and just let the foil sentiment be the thing that stands out. My words aren't working today, guys. All right, let's do that. And I'm not going to do perfect coloring. I just want to add some just to see if it pops. So let's just add color. Let's do this. And I'm gonna lightly go over these guys because if you go light, you're not gonna get the color in where the ink is. I mean the foil is. But you can see it starts to pop a little more. So it does work. Use a lighter ink and don't do any coloring. I don't think it would need it because there's already a lot going on. So it'll just be the thank you for being you with a nice floral in like maybe a light pink or light green or whatever. And that would be it. Cut it up, put it on your card and you're good to go. Because like the black gets kind of washed out. Let me see with the other piece that we had. We used that as a shim. Let's try that with a lighter ink. Right? It's just we're just playing around here, so why not? All right, let me clean this off. Let's get all that ink off. And then we're gonna put this here. It's not gonna be perfect. All right, let's just slap this here. Boop. And let's get a lighter color. Okay, so we have that pretty covered. All right, let me see. Let me find a light ink and I'll be right back. Okay, for some reason I can't find my inks. Okay, we're just gonna try it with this one. This is one of Tim Holtz inks and I'm just gonna stamp around that section to see what happens. And let me see if it takes. Yeah, it does. Okay, so let's just add ink. You can even add different colors. So you see, you start getting an impression of the flowers, but the hero and everything is the actual sentiment. I mean, the actual gold foil. So it's not perfect, but it's just an example. With the right color ink, I think this would make a beautiful card. Just like that, put it on matte and layer it. Maybe get a paper that's either the same color or gold and matte and layer with that, and beautiful card, quick and easy, good to go. Okay, I'm gonna heat up my machine again and get another plate and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is another plate that I wanted to foil, and I can use a smaller piece of card for this. And these things are so hard to get off. But then again, it's like these are very old plates, like they're older plates, and who knows how long they were sitting in their warehouse. Okay, so we're gonna put that one in the middle. And it comes with, well, you have to purchase them separate, but it has these letters that I want to add to the middle. See how all this goes. Too bad it doesn't have doubles. Let's put A. So the A will go on this side, right? Just do it N and just an L. Okay. So we're gonna put the L here. And the and sign in the center. Oh, this got stuck. Okay, and L. Okay, well, you know what? That's where it's staying. So now we're gonna get a piece of foil. Let's try pink. See how big it is. You gotta cut some of this off. I think it's too big, but you know what? We're just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna add our card, and then I'm just gonna use again one of these with scrap, and we're just gonna let it sit there until it turns green. On this machine, after you turn it on, well, when you plug it in, it turns on, and then you have to press the button. When it turns green, that means it finished heating up, and then you can run it through your machine. So I mean, I know these are still available, but you use the one that you feel suits your type of crafting best. Like I said, all the gadgets and with all the pretty buttons and whatnot are great, but if you have it, it does the same thing. So you don't need a new one. Okay, we're ready to go. Let's run that through. And I'm gonna listen now for when it pops on the other side, and I'm gonna reverse it now, so I'll get the back and forth. Okay. You can put that back if you want to make another one. And let's remove this, and we'll see how this came out. I'm gonna take it off slowly. And I put the L backwards. It doesn't matter. It looks good though. Okay. I'm not hating that. I would most likely use it by itself without using the letters, and then maybe stamp a sentiment in the middle. I think that would look pretty. In fact, let's try it. Why not, right? Okay, let's remove these little guys. Use the tool that comes with it to do this so you don't burn your hands. I actually don't feel it, so it's not extremely hot for me, but if it is for you, don't do what I do. Okay. And if Miss Linda's watching, look, you inspired me to do my nails. You got me thinking. Okay. Alright, let me put this down. Okay. We're gonna layer that one up. And then we're gonna put our shim, which the one card has been working beautifully, so I'm happy about that. And we're gonna close it. And I'm gonna give it an extra second to warm up because I had it open. And we're gonna put our little scraps on the side. So now we can go ahead and run this through. Let's put it back on our heating element. And let's see what we have. All right. So now we have that, and let's try stamping something on it. Let me find any stamp that I might have here. Give me a second. I don't want to make so much noise that it'll annoy you. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a stamp from Crafter's Companion, which, by the way, this die plate is also from Crafter's Companion. All right, let's do this. And let's stamp that out. I'm using VersaFine ink. And look at that. So let's cover some of the light. Isn't that cool? Again, you can ink it at any color you want, but it's just for demonstration. So that's neat. I like that a lot. Okay. Now I want to try one of the bigger plates. That one was a little hot, and I had already cut it open. And this is also from Crafter's Companion. And I like this plate because I don't know, it kind of gives off a spooky vibe. I see it for Halloween and stuff, but should we do it in black? You know what the heck? I'm gonna get a piece of black cardstock and let's see if we can foil it with the shiny black and see how that comes out. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so I have my black, and you know what? I would normally cut this out, but since this is a thinner paper and I'm gonna have to add another shim, I just might as well fold that in half. Okay, so we're gonna cut a piece of foil that's about the size of that plate. If it's off a little, I really don't mind. Where does it start? Okay, so maybe about there. And I'm gonna put this down to get a little heated. See, I'm missing some, but it's all right. It's just a little bit short. That's okay. We're gonna add our cardstock, and we're gonna add our shim. See the way that the lighter paper kind of curls, and we're going to give it a second, and then we're going to run it through the machine. All right. I'm just going to like run it through twice. Let's bring that over. And let's see what we have. Woo. Okay. So let's see. It worked. Look how cool that is. So it's kind of a tone on tone, but I mean, I can see adding like stamps and stuff. You gotta really make that pop, and just making it a Halloween background. I'm gonna save this. I'm definitely gonna use this. Anyway, I think that's it. Because I mean, all the other foil stamps are basically the same concept, and yeah, it's a fun thing to work with. So if you bought one of these when they first came out and you never used it again, and now you see all the bright shiny ones in the market and you're thinking yours doesn't do the job, it does. Break it out, try it, and leave me a comment if you do. All right, guys, I'll talk to you real soon and have a great day. Bye.